Hello, episode 23.
23. Hi, everyone.
Yeah, hello, we're back.
We're back.
We had a little break.
I know. We got getting set up and I felt a little rusty. It's been a little while.
I know. I was just listening to another podcast this morning and I noticed that some podcasters that are probably way more into their podcast journey and doing it for a full-time job. Yeah. Like they'll start their podcast and it's just quiet. Like if they have a guest.
Yeah.
It was one with Mark Zuckerberg and I was like, oh, is my phone frozen?
What happened? Uh-oh.
No, but they were just like, hey, that is quiet. So if that happens to us, we shouldn't worry about it
Yeah,
because
that's true.
People that have been doing this a long time, that happens too.
Right.
There's silences.
I noticed that I've been listening to The Toast a
Oh
lot.
gosh. Yeah, I love them.
It's hilarious. And I mean, they talk fast. And then I also listen to it on 1.5.
Oh, yeah.
But sometimes they have little like gaps of quietness.
Oh,
and
so
I'm
there
like,
you go.
okay,
Yeah. So it happens.
And they do it every day and have been doing it forever.
Yes.
So
So if we don't need to fill the space
Exactly.
constantly, and if we need to look something up on our computer, I think we should. If a topic comes up where we need to Google something
Right.
or chat GPT it,
into it.
which I've been using a lot more. Chat GPT.
I know. Well, so we just got back from Hawaii.
Yes.
And your husband Graham was like going on about ChatGPT. So I downloaded the app.
Yeah.
And I've started to use it a little bit more.
It like kind of replaces Google sometimes,
Yeah.
I guess. And I don't know why. I mean, Google has Gemini, right? Is that
It does. You're right.
So did they, like, I don't know. I haven't really
It's
figured
all
out.
kind of conflicting. I
Yeah.
mean, it's like,
the same stuff.
I
Like it
think.
just regurgitates what Google says.
I think.
Yeah.
Right.
I found that I did use it for George's birthday. I think I told you guys that. I went on and said, give me ideas for gift bags.
Right.
For like a video
That's
game
smart.
themed birthday. And it just gave a few ideas. And then I went on Amazon and wow, saved some time.
Wow.
I was like, could it be that easy? And it
could,
was.
yeah. Oh my gosh.
So more on birthdays later.
Yeah.
I have that on my list to talk about. But we did just go to Hawaii.
Went to Hawaii.
And
It was an amazing trip. Like
Yes.
everyone keeps asking about it. And I almost feel bad talking about how amazing it was.
me too.
Because
it
it's
was-
like,
yeah, the resort was like very White Lotus-y.
yeah,
Like, we kept saying
we kept
that.
seeing the same people over and over
Yes.
again. And like,
And
I don't know.
Yeah.
It was
So-
just fun. I mean, the resort was amazing. It had everything that you could possibly want.
yes. Yep.
And all the kids got along so well.
They did. It was really cute.
It was off to a rough start though.
Oh, I mean, I think on our last episode before we had Mom on, we were talking about how someone was going to show up sick probably or
Right.
get sick. And one
enough.
boy, one of 5 children showed up
I mean,
a little
we woke
sick.
up to one of my kids so we were leaving for the airport at 4 a.m. Woke up at 2:30 to one of my kids screaming, "Mommy!"
Oh, I didn't realize he was upset.
So
too.
ran to the bathroom and he was throwing up
Oh,
at 2:30 in the
my God.
morning, an
I
hour and a
don't-
half
I
before we had to
can't.
leave.
I can't.
He went
Yeah.
back to bed and then he like got up and he was like, "I think I'm okay. I think it was
Were
just
you,
like
like,
a food
freaking out?
poisoning thing."
Yeah.
I was about to really freak out to the point where I was like, "Well, this is just funny." Like,
Right.
you know what I mean? Like
Yes.
I just had to kind of like
Yes.
take a step back
Like,
and
what-
just be like, there's nothing else that we can
No,
do.
you can't do
So
anything. Yeah.
I just had to keep moving forward.
And
So
this
then-
wasn't the sort of trip where we could book it the next day, like Florida.
Yeah.
Like rebook somewhere close. Like this was
Right.
a
It was
journey.
something
Yeah.
we've been planning forever.
Yep.
And so then I was like, well, we have to We have to go. Right.
Yeah.
So we're not going to cancel
God.
it.
Yeah.
So, and he was fine at 3:30. He went back to bed for a little bit and then woke up at 3:30 and he seemed totally fine.
Yeah.
We get in the car and he throws up again
Yeah. Oh my
on the way to the airport.
Yeah. Did it go everywhere in the car?
I
too?
mean, I
Like, he
brought
had to
like
change his
Ziploc
clothes, right?
bags and
Yeah.
stuff. He had to change his clothes. And I had like hand sanitizers or wipes. I was like fully prepared.
Yeah.
And it got a little bit on the car. Sorry, we had a driver that drove
Right.
us to the airport. I felt bad, but you know,
But,
it is
I
what
mean,
it is.
he's probably seen a lot worse.
Yeah,
That's-
and it was manageable, I think. But anyway, so
poor guy.
but then he was totally fine.
It-
We get
he-
he
Oh
was
gosh.
fine. We get to the airport and I'm like texting John in the car,
Yeah.
the two of us, because I
Yeah.
don't want the kids to hear. I also don't want the driver to hear.
Yeah.
I'm like, let's just keep this a secret between us. Like,
Yeah.
don't tell the Stevenses or mom and dad. Like, mostly because we didn't want you guys to
Worry,
worry,
yeah.
especially mom. She worries about everything.
and it was her birthday trip. What's funny too is that my family got to the gate and met Mom and Dad, and we were all at the gate, and mom, dad, and I, we have our family text chain, and all three of us could sense that you were being very quiet. Like, because usually on an exciting trip like this, and we text all the time too, and now we're headed somewhere amazing together. Like,
right.
I was all like, I'm getting coffee and yay, and here we are. Mom and dad were that way too. And I could sense that mom and dad's like, parent mode was going off, like vibrating. They were like, where are the McGraths? Where are they? Are they okay? They're not their security yet. They should be here by now. Dad was like, they're going to close those doors of that plane. Like, where are they? I was like, in my head, I was like, we have plenty of time for that. Like, let's not worry they're going to miss the flight. But I also was picking up on like a quietness.
Yeah. It was definitely, because I didn't want to overshare either. Yeah. So I was like trying to not talk. Like that was definitely there. That was a good pickup. Yeah. But and dad even called me too. Like I could tell that they knew, they kind of knew.
They knew. Yeah. Isn't that funny though that they even still have that like maternal, paternal instinct really of like something's wrong with my child.
Yeah.
Anyway, keep going.
It'll never go away.
Yeah.
So then we get finally John and the one that threw up. I don't know name his name.
Whatever. I know we don't need to name names because they,
they have a life too.
Yeah.
They went to the bathroom and changed. So they were a little behind myself and my other two kids. We get through security down to the gate, see you guys.
And you're still planning not to tell us.
Still planning on not to tell you. But my other son ran up ahead and goes, well, so-and-so just threw up.
Yep. And my whole body was like, oh no.
Oh no.
And mom goes, we're all going to get it.
Yeah. Exactly what I didn't want to happen.
Exactly what you didn't want to happen happened within seconds of seeing you guys.
Oh my gosh.
And you strolled up behind in the most zen, like you looked like not a mom of a child who had just thrown up twice on the way to a 12-hour flight, like
I don't
journey.
know. I think when I get into those like such stressful moments, I get like, well, there's nothing I can do about it, so we're just going to deal with it as we can.
Right. Yeah.
And I don't know. I was in that, and I also took a CBD gummy. No THC. I have to keep clarifying that.
I know, because we did talk about that on Sunday or Saturday. I know. Well, God,
that helps.
Props to that CBD that you took, because you were as if nothing. You were even smiling a little bit. You were like, "Yeah, hey."
Because it's just, it is. It was, it just is.
I have to give you, CBD or whatever, because I do think it works. But you are good at that. Like you strolled up, just like, well, here we go.
Yeah.
And I had an internal moment of like, because this is coming off of our trip in Florida that we've talked about on the podcast, where we all had norovirus in Florida. So we're all PTSD from that. Like I have it. That's
the first thing I thought about at 2:30 in the morning. I was like, oh God,
Florida,
like,
all over
timing
again.
What?
I know. The timing couldn't be crazier for that. So I think we all just had a little internal panic. Mm-hmm. And then then I saw you guys and saw your kids, and everyone seemed okay. So we all just kind of kept moving forward, and that was that.
Right.
But there were some other stomach issues. There was on the flight
incident on the plane with a different
child. And then my daughter, then we got there, and one of my kids, my daughter, also had I think it was just the travel.
Just the travel.
Like
I know, I agree.
It was a lot of travel for them. No, none of us had flown that far with them before.
Yeah, it's like a little bit anxiety, tummy.
Yeah, yeah.
And exhaustion too. I mean, we got there and we woke up early and it was Hawaiian time, so we were 6 hours behind trying to like get everyone to go to dinner, but it was like
it was a disaster.
Almost midnight New York time. So
they were dropping like flies. That when we got to the resort, I think we were all so excited, but then it was like one kid after another had a meltdown until we all just were like, we have to go to bed.
Right. But then the next morning we all woke up and it was like idyllic from there on out.
Yes.
It was like everyone got along.
Yeah.
Everyone was healthy.
Yeah. Oh, minus the bloody nose.
Oh, right. How could I forget about that?
One of our kids ran into my daughter.
The boys were all playing football in this little like grass patch outside of our rooms. And Elle was walking through, looking at your phone,
asked me, I'll
right?
tell the story. She asked me, Mommy, do pink dolphins actually exist? And I was like, I think they do. And so I Googled pink dolphins, and I was showing her Google images of pink dolphins. And then she said, can I just hold the phone for a second? I was like, you know what? Look at the pink dolphins, because we have to go. I don't even remember what we were getting.
Sunscreen, I
think. Like to put sunscreen on them.
Yeah.
And so I turned my back for not more than 20 seconds before I heard blood-curdling screams.
Oh my gosh.
From her, who 30 feet behind me.
Yeah.
And you too. And what happened was she was looking at the pink dolphins in the middle of the football game and got sidelined.
We're laughing now, but it was like, I thought that dramatic. Something was really bad.
Yes, me too. Like a tooth knocked out. Yeah. Like I was like, oh my God.
Looked over and she had a bloody nose, and knows that they bleed so much. There was blood like all over her hand. It was
everywhere.
Well, and she was wearing your blue scarf.
Thank God it was a little breezy at that moment. And I gave her my Dudley Stevens navy scarf to like speak highly of our fabric.
Right.
And she was wearing a white linen shirt and like jean shorts. If she hadn't had that navy scarf, it would have looked even worse.
Yeah.
Like I basically took the navy scarf and just, put her head back and like squeezed her nose or whatever they say to do and like used it as a towel.
Your mom instincts really you were good.
Kicked in?
Yeah. Well, they kicked in.
You never know how you're going to.
Your room. Graham was in there and I walked in and she was like horizontal.
She was okay. We gave her Advil because she said it hurt. And, and we looked at her and everything was fine. It was purely a bloody nose. So... But the best part was that as I was in my mom moment trying to figure out how to get her to the room, which was not far, like I noticed 2 other moms with their kids stop and kind of look at me like, are you okay? And I was like, we're good. Like that moment of like eye contact with another mom that you don't know, but right? Everyone feels what's going on.
Oh man.
But then you had to take care of your kid who felt bad.
Felt terrible. He like stormed off.
Which I,
upset.
He's so sweet, and he did not. It was, I felt bad that he felt bad too. But anyway, it was a very dramatic, it was only like 5 minutes that this happened probably. And then we got her in the room, laid down and whatever.
Right.
But it was a dramatic 5 minutes.
Well, we were also, so that was supposed to be our day together too, like with our husbands and we were going to go play golf and like the kids were going to kids camp.
I forgot about that. Yes.
So in the matter of 5 minutes, I was like, well, our day isn't going to happen anymore.
No, because we were like, we were all nervous about the kids camp and how if they're going to like it. You just don't know in a foreign place, not foreign. I mean, it was a
strange place.
Yeah, it's a different new place that like what the kids camp was going to be like. Was it going to skew too young for them and they wouldn't have fun? And we were hoping it would work so we could go play golf with just the adults. And so this bloody nose really put a wrench in that kids camp drop off.
It did.
But it worked out.
It did. We got out.
We played. And that was like the most dramatic moment I think of the trip.
I think so too.
Yeah. But to your point, everything else was like a dream.
Yeah.
It was like, it really was. What an amazing place. I mean, I don't know.
And Mom had a great time.
Yes, she did. It was very zen. There's just like there's like a peacefulness to Hawaii. I feel like that.
Well, I love that because they're 6 hours behind, you go to bed early and you wake up early.
Yes.
I feel like you feel productive.
Totally.
Even though you're on vacation and you're eating and maybe having a cocktail or two, like you still feel good.
Yeah, you feel good. Coming back has not been easy though.
No.
I'm like, I don't, everyone says this is the worst direction to go in. And I agree. I am on that page now. I feel like I'm still tired.
Well, and allergies have been so bad. I just feel like,
like
and
out
I need
of
to
it.
lose weight.
After vacation.
Yeah.
I know. There's all these factors.
In general.
Yeah. You look great.
Whatever.
And you're like, well, you're turning 40. So I feel like you're being hard on yourself.
Well, I'm turning 40 and I've gained like some weight. So I want to lose 10 pounds.
Okay. You can do it.
I'm putting it out there.
Hold Khaki accountable.
Yeah, exactly.
But I was hard on myself too, turning 40. I feel like but I don't know if that's what you're feeling, but
I'm sure it is.
Well, you look great. And if it's going to make you feel better, then put it out in the universe and you can do it. Anyway, that was like, lots of eating and indulging, but we also like played golf and
we were active every day.
Yeah, we were very active. And then just walks, running after the kids. It's not like we were lounging poolside all day.
I will say that, yes, but I will say that because they're at certain ages, like we could let them run a little bit.
We did, yeah.
Which was nice.
Yeah. And like there was snorkeling. And
everything was like
contained.
Not contained, but like everything was close.
Yeah, it felt safe and nearby and all that. And the hotel was like so kid friendly.
Yeah.
Oh, it was amazing.
I know.
The arts and crafts and the snorkeling stuff. And
free popsicles every afternoon.
That our kids had like fruit. 4 of every day.
Yeah.
I just like lost count of, I was like, whatever. Popsicle lady's so nice. And she like loves you guys.
There's juice in it, right?
Yeah, I know. I was like, maybe it's fresh. Did they make them fresh here? I don't know. Anyway, it was so amazing. And my kids are like, why can't we go back next year? I'm like, well, this is a once
in a lifetime.
I don't know, yeah. So but I do feel like we really enjoyed it and soaked in all the time. I don't feel like I was rushed or felt, I don't know. I mean, I was sad to come home, but I feel like I really was very present.
You know how on trips you like hit that point where you're like, I'm ready to go home?
Yeah.
I don't think I ever really hit that on this trip. I could have stayed another week.
I could have too. We really like got into the groove of it. Yeah. I felt very like comfortable.
Right.
And then the flight back was much better than the flight there
we flew through the night, so everyone just slept.
Everyone slept, and it was great. It was not great, but as good as it could be.
On the way home, sleep through the night, because I think it helped. All the kids slept almost the whole flight.
Yep,
both flights, and then when we got home in the evening, our time. Yeah, we were all so exhausted that we went to bed at 8:30. So like that helped us get back on schedule.
Yes, it really did.
A little bit.
It was a good way to do it. I mean,
for the kids at least. I don't know about the adults.
Yeah, I mean, I wonder if mom and dad like kind of remembered that too from when we went growing up.
Maybe,
because I feel like they've done it a lot. Yeah,
yeah,
because it worked. Mm-hmm. It was good. All right, so what's Dudley Stevens. Yeah, we have our Americana
is sponsored by
this episode. There's our ad. It'll be one sentence, Stevens. So you don't have to go forward or skip the ads like I do sometimes on podcasts.
Skip forward 30 seconds.
So yeah, we have our Americana dropping, our Park Slope with the American flag dropping this week when this episode goes live. Oh, yeah. And this is something we've been trying to do for years, and we finally are doing it. I'm so excited. And it's a printed American flag, very classic summer look for Memorial Day, 4th of July, Labor Day. I feel like it's a really fun, beachy, classic coastal look, which is so awesome.
I love it. We shot it in Hawaii, and I wore it with the Catherine waffle pants. Oh, by the way, we all wore the Catherine pants down.
We did.
Which was all so funny.
Yeah, those are the best travel pants.
And these too. I wore them in white. And I spilled coffee on them. Yeah. I had orange juice, whatever, all over them. Yeah. And I washed them at the hotel, and they came right out. Everything came right out.
I know.
It was the best.
That and then the navy scarf I washed too after after incident, and it came all. I mean, I put stain remover on it, but it was like. It's just perfect. Everything cleans so nicely. Well. So we did lots of laundry on the trip.
We did, which was also a nice benefit that they had. It was right outside of our room.
It was great.
The Park Slope was a little hot to wear on the beaches in Hawaii.
Yeah, that was hot. It was hot. But New England, spring.
Perfect for the boat in the
Nantucket,
summer.
Yeah, coastal, Rhode Island, Connecticut, wherever you are. Maine,
right.
It's perfect for that.
Oh, it's great. I'm really excited for this one. And we've gotten a lot of good feedback too. I think people are psyched.
It's great. And then the rest of May and June, we have some dresses, another American flag print on our waffle, which is so cute. And someone actually DM'd me, a nice woman that I DM with a lot, who loves Dudley. When I posted it, she responded and said, "Oh, this is so great because I have a Ralph Lauren American flag sweater, but it's too hot to wear in the summer." And this waffle and the Park Slope, I know you said it's hot for Hawaii, but they're very lightweight. Yeah. And it's like perfect for the beach and, like a 60-70 degree night and day. So I'm very excited about that. Especially the P-Town, because it kind of is that like slouchy sweater look that can replace like that sweater if it's hot.
Right. Yeah. And you could throw it over your shoulders too.
Yeah.
And still have the flag showing.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. And the P-Town pullover, the waffle with the flag is dropping later in the month. I don't know exactly the date, but
I think
in May somewhere.
Oh.
Yeah. I don't know. We can look that up.
You can look it up.
Anyway, yeah. So
it's dropping May 13th.
Oh, so yeah. So when this goes live, it'll be the next week.
Yeah.
It's not too bad.
Perfect.
Awesome. Well, yeah. So and our star print dropped already, which I'm obsessed with. I love that.
That did really well too.
That Camden, the short sleeve star print.
Yeah.
Buy that and wear it with white pants for 4th of July.
Oh,
thank me later. It's so festive, but not too, and it's cute. It's chic. I love it.
Chic.
Yeah. Okay, so that's really, and then we have, like I said, dresses and other things dropping in May and June. And then July kicks up and we're full on fall Dudley season drops. Mm-hmm. So we have a little bit of a slow May, and not slow because we still have weekly drops, but it's just not like weekly tons drops, of stuff.
But yeah, more like specific things. Yeah.
Yeah. And the dresses that we're dropping are just so good for travel. And
you wore what dress was that? The Lana dress?
I wore the Lana tank dress, which is the blue and white stripe. And then also the Savannah short sleeve maxi dress in black. Right. And that is like so good for work. If you work in the city and it's hot, or dinner out, like you can dress it up. It's really, I love it. Travel too. So those will drop in May and June and a few others.
Exciting.
So I have a question for you.
Okay.
Are you wearing your weighted vest on walks in the summer?
I am.
Do you get embarrassed?
Very. But I'm just deciding to go with it. I did. Okay, I wore it twice this week.
Oh, you did? Oh.
And I was a little embarrassed, but I'm like, you know what? This is me. So if you're going to judge.
Shoot. Okay. I need to embrace it.
I think the dog helps take the embarrassment away. Like, I feel like it's so, if you have a dog and you need to take the dog on walks,
right?
Why not wear the weighted vest?
You're multitasking with that. Yeah. Like, you've got the vest on, the dog, you've got your extra little like core strength cardio. I think
I would be more embarrassed if I didn't have the dog with me and I just went on the walk.
It's like a dad walk.
Yeah.
When a dad goes on a walk.
I love a dad walk.
Yeah, you're right. So like,
you know
this
what I
is
mean?
like
it's
yeah.
like
yeah,
it
like
there's
a reason I'm out here, people. I'm walking the dog, and so I've got the weighted vest on.
Because I also feel like the weighted vest might not do as much as people think it does. Like, does it? Do you think it does that much?
I mean, so this morning I went on a walk with the dog.
Yeah,
and I was going to do this little really steep hill near my house, and I love wearing the weighted vest in the winter. I cover it up, and you don't even notice it. Right. But this morning I was like, it's hot.
Yeah.
It was the first time where I had to think through, like, does this look weird?
Right.
Do I care? So I didn't wear it, but I wish I would have, because when I do that hill with the weighted vest, I feel a big difference. Yeah.
Okay.
So I think it works. Yeah.
I just feel like if you don't have a dog to walk, go do a different exercise.
That's exactly it. That was what I was trying to say. Yes.
But if you're walking a dog, you might as well add a little extra.
Yeah. Totally. And I don't think I could run with that weighted vest on.
No.
Maybe people do, but it's like 12 pounds, right?
Yeah.
Like that's a lot of weight to run in.
I don't really want to do that either.
No, it would be like bulky and uncomfortable. That's so funny. All right, so now you're inspiring me to wear the weighted vest.
Do it.
I'll do it. Yeah. Oh, okay.
It's only with your dog, though.
I know, only with the dog. Oh my God. Okay, so that was my one main question for you today. Not one, but I just was really curious your thoughts on that, and you're giving me confidence to do it.
Yeah. Well, I'm into it. I'm trying to work out and do 10,000 steps a day.
Whoa, that'll lose weight.
Well, I guess, but then I eat my kids' leftover chicken nuggets.
Oh God, I know.
This is me holding myself accountable again.
I like that you're doing that. We talked about like, telling people and so this is good. I'm into it. And I think you can do it.
I don't want to be annoying about it and like post on Instagram, but like,
well, yeah,
here we go.
I know. Instagram is different these days, isn't it? I just find it to be very different and like what I'm wanting to share. I don't know. Like my son's birthday was this past Sunday, and I did do a post, but I haven't done because there's I have so many spring birthdays in my family and my anniversary. There's just a lot to post, and like celebrating yourself and whatever it feels
funny. Someone posted a funny meme too. And I mean, I say happy birthday to my kids on Instagram too, but they're like, the meme was something about how your kid doesn't even have Instagram yet.
Right.
So it's like, if you just say it, like if you just call someone and you're like, Lauren, happy birthday to my son, JJ.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like you call them on the phone.
Feels weird now.
Yeah.
I know. I actually think I should show him the post because he might also get a kick out of it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise he doesn't see it.
Right.
It's just for me to post it. Like my friends,
Well, but also I like to do it so that if someone does see the child, JJ or George or whoever
then
it
they
is,
say happy birthday.
They would say happy birthday.
Yes. I love that. Yeah. That's fun. That's really fun.
Like you pick up the phone to some random person happy birthday to my own child.
And they're like, great, thanks. Okay. Happy birthday.
Is he there with you?
Yeah, exactly. So on kids' birthdays, I mean, having a kid's birthday right after that big trip, it was like right when we got back, we rolled into full weekend birthday mode. And when I tell you the exhaustion I felt by Sunday night.
I felt for you.
On top of all the kids' sports and activities going on and stuff, it was like an exhaustion I've never felt and that I haven't felt in a long time. Because these birthdays become emotional in a way. Like, it's a whole bundle of emotions that I don't know how to quite explain. It's nostalgia for how they're, how old they're getting. It's depression because you're like, oh my God, they're never going to be a baby again. Or not depression, but you get like sad about that. Then it's happiness because you think, oh, but they are becoming older and life. These are fun ages.
Life. Yeah.
And this is like life and how, and look at how much what wonderful kids they are, looking at the positives of all the things that have happened. So there's all these emotions that are like kind of wrapped up into these kids' birthdays that I feel very deeply. Like it's such a range of emotions. And I first realized how emotional kids' birthdays were during COVID. I had George, because COVID happened in March and then George's birthday was right after that.
Right. And you couldn't really do anything for him.
We did nothing. We barely saw family. You guys came over for like a little bit, but like maybe with masks on, and it just wasn't.
We were in the backyard.
It was just like kind of sad. And I remember having a major meltdown myself, and I think it was even in front of my children, which that's always fun, about all of those emotions I was just talking about on top of the pandemic. And it was like this emotional exhaustion because I was trying to make the day awesome for him and failing at every moment because you couldn't do very much. And in my haste of trying to make this day amazing in such a short amount of time because the world had shut down, we ordered this like balloon ice cream thing.
I remember this. Yeah.
That served no purpose because it wasn't like the kids could play with it. It just kind of sat in our living room and then like whizzled down when the helium
watched it fizzle.
It was even sadder than, it did nothing. And it was like, why did I need to do that? And it was huge. It was like, how big can we make this to make myself feel like a better mom that I can like make this child's day good?
Right.
Meanwhile, he didn't care, nor did he even really know what a pandemic was or what was going on.
Yeah. And he's so little. He's still probably doesn't even remember that birthday now.
He was turning 4.
Yeah.
Like he was still so young.
Right.
So anyway,
we put a lot of pressure on ourselves.
Exactly. And then I was also thinking about that birthday too, and remembering that major moment of like how I turned my wheels as a mom. Like, have we all been there before where you just like spin your wheels so hard, get nowhere, and then you break down? Like,
it's every day.
I know. Every day.
No.
Yeah, well, it happens. And it can happen really extreme cases.
Yeah. But you're right. Like the birthday, it makes you feel those emotions so much more extreme than on a normal day.
Yeah. Anyway, so
but especially with George too, because I mean, it was not easy to have George. So I feel like that adds a whole nother layer to it too.
It's like, whoa, you think back to the 2 years before that of when we were trying to get pregnant.
Yeah.
And if anyone is going through infertility out there, I actually posted on my stories about it. And there's always some amazing responses about friends I know that went through it and women that are following that are going through it. And those emotions don't just go away. Like you still feel that pain when you think about it. It's like grief or, whatever, like it's still there, but you learn to appreciate it more, but it's still, you think about it. You're like, this is a passage of time and how far we've come,
Yeah.
And I don't know.
A long time.
Yeah, it's a long time. And how lucky we are that, I'm here.
I know. And your little Georgie, who's the happiest kid ever.
9 years. Yeah. It's insane.
Well, I was also feeling for you that weekend too, because I was exhausted and I know the emotions that birthdays bring out.
Yeah.
And then you did an easy birthday for him. You got the
thanks
video game truck, which was awesome. But then you hosted all of the parents too. I was like, Lauren, Which is amazing. It was a very fun night, and you did a great job. But
it was also like our friends, like easy to host. But yeah, you're right. It was like not.
You just added another layer of stress.
Yeah, didn't need to do that. Didn't need to do that. Wanted to do it, so that's why. And then,
but maybe it took away some stress too, because you could like relax with friends.
I know, and we had been gone, so it was like fun to see everybody. But yeah, that was like, whoa, okay, here we go. But pizza and wine is easy.
Yeah,
right? Like,
totally.
Not
my favorite kind of night.
Yeah, exactly. No, it was really nice. He claims it was his best birthday ever. Thanks to your video game truck idea. It was really fun. So we had a great time. And then I feel like I'm still catching up on sleep from all of that. And feeling very thankful and just, like I said, it's those just range of emotions that are felt. Mm-hmm. And all of our family falls in spring and summer, these birthdays. So now it's like on to the next.
It's on to the next. Yeah, and you're right.
But I'm excited. I think that's what I learned from that COVID moment was like, I need to know that that's going to happen and like give space to have that tiredness.
Let it happen.
Let it happen. Exactly. Thanks, Mel Robbins. Let the exhaustion come. Yeah. Let that emotional moment come and then let it pass and like realize that whatever you plan for your child to have, they're going to have the best time anyway. I don't know. I don't know one child that wouldn't be happy on their birthday if they're getting a few presents too. Like it doesn't need to be over the top thing.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. And like they're getting to a point where they're going to create their own fun too. Like they're with their friends. Like a lot of that, like you had the video game truck, but then they're also playing on football and like doing their own thing. It was like a big play date.
Yep, exactly.
And they had a great time.
Fun. I know. Yeah. So that's exactly right.
Mm-hmm. It's not like they're 4 and you have to like entertain them.
Yes, exactly. Exactly. That's such a good point. Another reason why them getting older is fun. Is so awesome. Yeah. On the like positive note of things, it's like, I love this stage.
I do too. I think this is why Hawaii was so fun too. Cause the kids were at such good ages. Yes. Like Jake is still only 4, but Elle was an amazing mother helper to him all week. Gosh,
that was so cute. That was really fun.
So fun.
Yeah.
So much so that then fast forward to George's birthday and Elle had a little friend, her best friend there. And Jake was like, the girls don't want to play. Elle doesn't want to play with me. He was so upset that his friend had moved on to bigger and
Jakey, that's so cute.
But I don't know. Just in Hawaii, the kids they're at such good ages. Like we could sit and have dinner and like enjoy conversations with them. Yeah, and it's fun.
It is really fun. I love this stage. I think that's like you miss those baby years, but then you're also so happy that we're in these stages.
But speaking of which, I feel like my social life has taken like a sidestep because now I want to like go to dinner with my kids.
I know. And Maysember is here. If you're a mom. I don't know who made that term up, but it's here.
It's true.
Yeah. This is the busiest time of year and social things are not priority.
Yeah.
They can't be.
They can't be.
It's like you can only do what you can only do. But to your point, our kids are fun to go to dinner with. So it's another stage of life.
Exactly. Yeah.
And before we know it, they're going to want to hang out with their friends and not go to dinner with us.
I know. So we need to take advantage of it.
We do. We really do. Like this is the time.
Right.
And drive them everywhere, be the Uber driver because that's when they want to talk too. Like
so true.
Have those
last night before bed, I was tucking James in and he just looked at me and goes, Mommy, I wish we could talk more.
Oh my God.
It was so cute.
He is like the sweetest boy.
He's cute.
Like, that's really cute.
He's going to be a good hubby someday.
He definitely is. He is like a woman. He just like wants to make sure the ladies are doing well. Like wherever he is, he takes care of them. He like looks out for Elle. I think that's what, the sideline
football incident.
The football incident happened. That's
he's also a big. Of course, it happened to him. To control his body that well either.
But like we were saying, if Elle can handle that hit, like we're making her strong.
Then you said she played football at recess.
She did after that. I'm telling you,
ready to take on the world.
Honestly, like I'm glad we're toughening up the little girl. Like she's gonna be a tough girl with all these boy cousins who are A, looking out for her, and B, giving her a strong physical, mental, everything. So.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Well, this was really fun to chat and catch up.
This is fun.
On our travels and what's coming up for Dudley.
Back into it.
Yeah, we're back into the weekly episodes, and I think we should do ask questions.
I know. I was actually looking at our past videos and like what has been viewed a lot or listened to a lot, and one of them was the question one.
So I'll post that on Instagram, and if you're listening to this, send us a DM with any questions about business or family, working, business, sisterhood, all that stuff. And we'll answer questions for an episode coming up. And
we should have Dad on soon too.
Yeah, we need to have Dad on. Yes. Okay. All right. Next up.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everyone.
Shop our Americana drop.
Oh, like and subscribe.
Like and subscribe. Bye.
Bye.